Happy New Year, everyone! This is Stitching Dreamer, and yeah, this is my WIP Parade of 2021. Yeah, now it's 2022. I actually intend to do this before Christmas. Yeah, maybe, but I got so lazy, so I just yeah, keep stalling until now, and finally I feel good enough to do this. But before I start showing my work in progresses, I want to thank for everyone who support my channel. Yeah, and I really appreciate, because I really love a cross stitch community. I know yeah, I got a chance to get to know so many awesome stitchers, and yeah, so many stitch friends. So thank you so much thanks so much for liking my stitching, and yeah. Yeah, I lost my words, but I just want to say thank you so much, and hope we will yeah, keep stitching together in this new year. By the way. Okay, so let's get to my WIPs. I got everything here around me, and including this one. I hold it because there's no other space to put this one. Okay, so I'm not sure how many WIPs I have so far. I lost count, and because I don't actually record what I have been done, or yeah, what I have done, or how many stitches I stitched. Oh, yeah. So everything will be showing randomly. No, just in random order, because I really don't remember anything. I don't remember where I started this project, or where I finished, and even yeah, I have 2 finishes. I just don't remember yeah, how much stitching I have done, or how, yeah. Yeah, so I would not be like this, just I don't know I don't know everything's just like. By the way, yes, I have done a lot of stitching this year, even though not many finishes, but I do have finishes. So let's show finishes first. Okay. Or before I show my finish, let's show this big monster, because I have been holding it. Yeah, in 2021, I didn't stitch a lot on this one, because I am distracted. Yeah, I distracted by Heavenless Designs. I got my first Heavenless Designs also in 2021. So I start. I'm addicted to full coverage again, so I didn't pay much attention to this one, but there's still a little bit progress on this one. Mostly just here. Try to show the bottom, because yeah, this is where I stitch in this here, I guess. Or may, oh, see, I don't know, remember. I don't remember anything. Oh, probably this top. Oh, I forgot to say, yeah, for people who are new to my channel, I'm Qing from Taiwan. I have been stitching for 5 years, and this is my biggest project. This is Along the River by Qingming Festival. We just call it Along the River. This is, I believe, this longest project I have ever seen and stitched, because it's like about 21 to 22 meters long. As you see, the stitch count 8,700 by 280, and this is 11 count. So 11 count preprint data. So I stitch in with 3 strands. 3 strands in half stitch and the full stitch, and 2 strands for back stitch. So last year, 2021, I only finished this top background and this button. I cannot see where I'm showing because here. I hope you can see. Yes. So this is how much I have done in this one. Of course, I want to stitch more. I always want to stitch more because I don't know where where it's possible I can get this finish. My goal is to finish this one in 20 years. Probably. Yeah, but this is very fun to stitch. And for preprint projects, usually if you do a pre-stamp preprint, you realize the fabric is very stiff, but this fabric is soft, you can see. And I have heard that you can get this project, the full-length versions from Joy Sunday, but I'm not sure if their fabric is as soft as this one. So I kind of want to okay, if any one of you is going to stitch this project, or you are already stitching this project from Joy Sunday, yeah, welcome to, and feel free to send your progress to me. You can find me on Instagram or show me your progress. I would like to know the differences between this one and the Joy Sundays, because I ordered this on Taobao. This is a Chinese online shop, and they don't have English website, because so many people ask me about this project, where I order and how to order, and Taobao is where I got this one. Unfortunately, they don't have English website, so I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know how to help you to get this one, but now I know Joy Sunday has this one. If you just look for it on AliExpress, you can find like a 6 meters long version. You have to ask them about full length 21 meters version to get it, because that's not on their shop list, I remember. Okay, so this is Along the River. So let's get rid of this monster. Okay, and then we can get to my finishes. I have 2 finishes in 2021, and I'm so happy with it, because I thought I would never done anything. I would never done anything in past year, but I got to finish done, and one of them is a big piece. So I'm very happy. And if you remember, I finished Internal Flower. It's from a cross stitch shop, also on Taobao. It's called 十格格. it actually don't have an English shop name, so but this is a beautiful piece. And actually you can get the same pattern on Artecy. I remember I have seen this pattern on Artecy too. This is a beautiful one. I really love it. And this is a small piece of full coverage. The background is actually half stitches, and just so beautiful. Lots of snow in background, but actually there's some full cross stitch and a lot of French knots of snow. I kind of confused about the snow design because the picture itself, they only stitch snow in full stitch, so it actually doesn't look like that much snow. But on the chart, they add those French knots, so it looks just a lot of snow in background. And the rose looks so great. And this is 14 count Ada in black. Also, this is my first time stitch on the black fabric. I really love it. And then another finish is from it's by ByGone Stitches. It's Quaker Christmas 2, Songs of the Season. Song of the Seasons. Songs of Season. Yeah. And this one is my very first Quaker Simple. And I stitched it on a 28 count exemplar linen. I remember I started stitching this one like 2 years ago. November 2019. I can't see what I'm showing. So yeah. It's so gorgeous. There are only 2 colors I use. So I just try to get everything as same as a model. Yeah, the model piece. The only thing I change is the year, because I finished it in 2021, so I changed the years. I love it so much. Okay, so those are my finishes. And I gotta take a sip of coffee. Okay. So next I gotta start showing my work in progresses. I don't follow any orders I started or anything, or whenever I stitch it, I just show them randomly, and my jacket keeps falling. Okay, now it's better. The first one I want to show is this a stitch for all seasons summer. This is by Little Dove Designs. I love every summer designs. Summer, ocean, beach. That's my favorite. Yeah, my favorite design. And this is why I picked this one. I believe they have all the 4 seasons, so I only choose summers. also started this one in probably August or July. Don't remember. But yeah, I have fun to stitching this one because there's those cute colors, and this is 18 count Bruetta. Last time I showed you, I was stitching the first panel, and now I'm stitching the laundries and this dress, and there's a cat on the laundry. I love it. And next one is for Carriage. This is Mykonos Harbor by Artecy. My progress so far, I stitched on 28 count. 28 count. Easy grid Rugana. Right, Rugana, yes. So let me show you closer. I stitched it with 1/1 4 crosses and with cross country. It's very beautiful one, and I just got to stitch the same simple part because this part has lots of confetti in there. Okay, so next one is from a kit. This is Janlynn. This is tropical vacation window. Okay, since I start doing cross stitch, this kit is from my very first cross stitch haul. I remember when I start doing cross stitch, not for a long time, I ordered my first group. Is that how you say it? First group of kits. This one was it, and you can. This is another beach design. I love it. This reminds me the vacation I have been to before. So it's on 14 count ADA. So far I'm still stitching the window and a little bit sky. I don't know why, but this window takes me a lot of time. In 2021 I probably just stitch here. Yeah, I didn't get to stitch it a lot, but I love this design. So I think my plan was just stitch page by page. I want to finish this page and then get here, but now I kind of want to change my plan to stitch this one. I want to finish the whole window first. So maybe next time I will stitch down and work on the fruit. And next one is Ocean ABC by Designworks Craft. So another ocean thing design, but I love everything in this pattern, but I still don't enjoy stitching that much. So I don't stitch a lot because I very feel like But I remember I stitched a little bit in 2021. Probably stitched dolphin, and I don't even have finished this panel. Only stitched a little bit. Is there a tail? Dolphin's tail. And dolphin. Yeah, I'm not sure why I don't enjoy this one. I haven't figured out. I'm not sure is the problem is on the chart, or I love the picture, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to this one. I don't feel like stitching it. I will still try to get this done because I always promise to myself I will finish all the projects I stitch. I don't want to have any abandoned project. Yeah, so I will finish it. Even you will just stop doing the stitching that you don't enjoy, because that's kind of like a waste time, right? But I love this picture really. Probably the chart, because the chart looks so small to read, and I have to take photo on my iPad and just look at later. Yes, but not big deal. I will finish it someday. Probably not this year, just someday. And then next one is one of my favorite, but I still don't get to stitch it a lot. This is a Cafe by the Sea by Dimensions. How do you pronounce dimensions? Why do I feel like I have heard both two ways to say dimensions? Sorry. But I love this a lot. This is also my from my first out with that vacation window. It probably is the first kit. By the way, yeah. So I got this kit a long time ago, 4 years ago. And this is my progress. You may not see much difference since last time, if you remember last time I showed you. But I did work on this part. I think in 2021 I just stitched this lamp and those cafe people here. It looks so pretty. I should love stitching this one, but somehow I don't get much time to stitch it. But yeah, but I will keep it stitching this one because this is really a good kit. Love everything. And this is 14 count ETA DSLF. This is 14 count ETA. And next one is Secret Garden by Showcraft. Showcraft is Taiwanese cross-stitch brand. The only Taiwanese cross-stitch brand. Let design their own patterns and they sell their own kit. They make their own thread. Everything. Yeah, they make everything. If you stitch Showcraft's kit, you gotta be careful. Don't run out the thread because you cannot find their thread anywhere else. If you run out your thread, you have to contact their custom servers and ask them to give you extra thread. But also their kit, their pattern use a lot of color blending. You gotta mix two colors. You have to do this a lot in their design. So I also started this one in 2021. Most of their designs are like Chinese painting style. Some of them are like a watercolor style, like this one. So this is my progress. And this fabric, now I kind of figure out what kind of fabric is it, because when I start stitching, I couldn't figure out what fabric is it. I thought maybe it's a linen, but now I'm sure it's not linen. I think this is 28 count. It looks kind of like a Lugana, but maybe some kind of even weave. Lugana or even weave, probably. Yeah, so you see this beautiful colors. Most of them are two colors mixed together to make this water color effect. And this chair is what do you call that? Corching stitch. Just you use I have made a video talk about corch stitches, but now I don't know how to explain it. I will put it on here again. So I did lecture and this tree, and slowly stitch it to here. There's another tree, and then stitch down to finish the whole thing. Next one is Elegant by Panna. I love this one because I have never seen a design like this. You can see the Chinese characters and the lace-like background. Don't know how to put it, but it looks like a lace design. I really love this one. If you just look at this picture, you may think they probably only use black and white, but actually it has 6 colors, like black, white. Do I have white? Black, white, and other different shades of gray. But this is all I stitch. Just a little bit, but it's very, very fun. And this is 18 count, 8 up. Okay, and next one is Summer Sample by Artecy Studio. I also don't get to stitch it a lot. I just stitch everything a little bit. I just finished the top left corner, and this is 18 count. How to say 18 count feathers? 18 count feathers autumnal Ada. I stitched it with 3 strands. At first place, I want to change it to 2 strands, but I'm afraid to make any mistake because Artecy Studio's design kind of complicated. I'm afraid to make it. Yeah, I'm afraid to make any mistake that it cannot be fixed. So I still follow the instruction to do whatever they say. Hey. I'm still filling in this part. So beautiful. This one is my favorite. My favorite. My third heavenless design, and I started, because I just started in when November 8th. I remember the date because this project kind of important to me, or yeah, it is probably the important project I'm stitching now. Super size, the fantastic voyage. You have seen me stitch this one the whole time in in past two months, because I show you all the time where I make progress. I just love this piece so far. Everything, it shows all the details so perfectly. You can see how excited I am when I talk about this piece. I just love it so much. And the designer is, no, not designer, the artist is Amy Stewart. I just love everything so far. The colors, all the details. It looks absolutely as same as picture. It doesn't look any detailed because I do it with it's mixed color version. So everything looks so great, and I stitch it on 25 count Lugana, 1/1, 4 crosses. Do parking. Just have a lot of fun with it. So now I'm just slowly stitching the first page row, and this way I will see them in maybe next year. I'm not sure. But just keep stitching. I can't wait to see when I can finish the first page row. But it will take me a long time, but I just can't wait to see every details come out. I love it. I just love it. And also I will keep stitching after I finished filming this WIP Parade. And next one is Lavender and Lace. And this is angel I'm doing in this in the arms of the angel by Lavender and Lace. I just said I picked this angel because the colors is so great. I like colorful things, so I picked this one. And this is also the first time I stitch in the design like this. And my progress so far. Last time I show you, I remember last time I filmed the stitch with me. Was still stitching this part, right? Maybe. And now I almost finished her wings. I love her face. It looks so pretty, and the baby. Yeah, I was about to. No, I'm not about to. I want to try to finish this in 2021, but of course I didn't do it. So now I just want to stitch it slowly, enjoy every stitch. And this fabric is 32 count. 32 count. What fabric is it? Well, willow green, Belfast linen. of course stitch it 2/2 and do 1/1 on her skin and the babies. And in 2021 I try to make progress of this Halloween and the Hot-Grown Home by Carriage House samplings. I try to make progress on this one. I don't know what happened, but there's something between me and this project, and then I can it just don't go smoothly. Okay, this is a story. I got these patterns 2 years ago. Tried to stitch it for the Halloween 2019. So in 2019 I actually stitched probably half of the first panel. I finished the house. If you can see, I finished the house and the skeleton, and was working on the quilt. But when I stitched here, maybe not quite yet. And when I stitched to the skeleton's feet, legs, I realized I miscount one stitch, and it was one stitch higher. So at first place I was thinking maybe I just keep stitching and yeah, try to make it look good, but somehow they bothers me. Also, so I stopped. After I noticed the mistake, I stopped working on it for quite a long time, and then I noticed actually I can just use half of this fabric. So I would like to save fabric because everything takes money, and I don't. Yeah, I would like to save money as much as possible. By the way, so I just remove everything I stitched on this one. I frog all the stitches and just use half of fabric and restitch first panel again. So I start stitching this outline. Before I cut fabric in half, I got a great idea to measure how big of fabric I should actually use. My idea was stitch all the outline first, so that I would know how big this design is, right? But that was a big mistake because it's very easy to miscount. So that happened, and then I took everything off again, and then cut fabric and redo everything again. So that's what I am now. That's where I am now. And then I just keep stitching the first panel. So now I finished the tombstones, the graveyard, skeleton, and I'm working on the quad. Yeah, so this is what happened. Because I probably removed froggy twice. I remember twice. So I lost the motivation. You know what I want to say. Motivation. I lost the motivation stitching this one. That's why I'm still stuck on first panel. But you know, this is really a great design because sorry, I know lots of people stitching this one. So many people love hot ground horrors, yeah, including me. I love them, and I want to get more hot ground horror designs. It just so many things happen between me and this project that makes me stitch this one very, very slow. But of course I will keep stitching it. I love this one. Okay, story finished. Story end. Next. This one is Ink Circles. Sumatra, no. Dragons of Sumatra. And my first is Ink Circles. This is because I love their design, their samples, just so beautiful, and it has so many special ideas in their design. And I stitch it. Yeah, I stitch it on what fabrics again. This is 36 count antique ivory, Edinburgh, linen. I'm still working on border, but I also finished one motif in there, and I'm using DMC. What do you call it? Oh my god, I forgot words. Not just those kind of thread that has multiple colors in one skin, and you just keep stitching and then you're changing colors for you. Yeah, but I'm using DMC 4212. It called Mixed Berries. So there's a beautiful blue, purple, and red. And the next one is Joy Sunday. It's underwater world. And my version is not a pre-stamped, it's a count version. And so far I'm just button left because I remember I only stitched once in 2021. Don't get a lot of progress. So last time I just finished this crawfish. So this is all I got. And then next one is for coverage, and this is my very first full coverage. I just showed you last time in my Stitch With Me video. The Artist's Garden at Qingming by Monet. Actually, the colors, the pictures on this page is kind of a fade. You can see the color looks fade. But yeah, that's what happened. And also, so many people ask me about this kit, like where I got it. Okay. If you want to get this one, oh, so pretty, colorful. It's very colorful. But if you want to get this one, and if you want to know where I got it, I bought this like 5 years ago on Yahoo Auction. Yahoo Auction still working in Taiwan, but now probably only in Taiwan and Hong Kong or Japan. I'm not sure if Japan stopped using Yahoo Auction, but so far it's only working in Taiwan. And maybe Hong Kong, I heard about Hong Kong also gonna stop using them. Anyway, I got this kit there 5 years ago, and it was quite a long time. So now this shop is no longer selling things there. A long time ago, I linked back to that shop. It just said that shop doesn't exist anymore. So the seller nowhere to be found. So I don't know what happened to it. So now I don't know where else you can. I don't know where you can find this kit. So sorry, I really don't know where you can find this kit. But I stitched this for my mom because we have same painting in my living room. Oh my goodness, I have a painting in my living room, on the wall. Of course, that's not real. That's not real painting by Monet. It's just a copy, and it's not even a oil paint. It's just a copy poster in my living room, and the colors all faded, and it bothers my mom so much. So my mother said, "Oh, if you can, yeah, how about you stitch this? Yeah, and we can replace the poster, and you know, it will look great." So I found this, and I'm stitching it. It's already 4 years past, for almost 5 years past. Still a lot to go. But I still like everything. And also, this is my very first full coverage. I started stitching when I was still so new to cross stitch. So there are a lot of mistakes in this one, and you can't even tell. This is the good thing about this design, because you can't tell the mistake. It still look like it just look like what you supposed to look like. I tried lots of methods to stitch this one, like cross country, page by page, cross country, small section by small section, cross country, row by row, column by column, and parking row by row, and parking column by column, and parking block by block diagonal, parking block by everything. And now I'm back to small station, cross country. Okay, next one is Joy Sunday. Joy Sunday, Mediterranean style. So I started like when did I start this one? Can't remember, but it's a pre-stamp, pre-print. I started in 2021 certain months, but yeah, I'm still stitching this corner. It's getting bigger. I mean, yes, it's getting bigger, but it's still there. And it's very pretty and big. I love big projects, so I just enjoy stitching slowly. Another full coverage I got a long time ago. It's like the Artist Garden one. This is a cottage kitchen, and I got this kit from a craft shop in Taiwan. I ordered on their website, but actually this is not their own kit. they got a lot of kits from China, as I know. They buy kits from China and then sell them to people. So I don't actually know where it's from, but I love the pictures. And you can also find Kim Jacobs patterns on Lavender's design. You can find her art there. And yeah, this is my progress. Last year I stitched this part, right? I stitched the oven, the braid, and the ceiling, those herbs. Yeah, herbs. And this is 14 count Ada. The fabric is already graded when I got it. I never grade fabric. My another Halloween project. I started for the Halloween last year, 2021, just 2021. Yeah, I started for 2021. I thought I can finish this one before New Year, because this is not a big piece, and it's by Love for Cross Stitch. I like the color they use, but just like my Halloween at the Halloween. Something happened to this one too. So oh, I forgot to tell, this fabric is same as Halloween one, because I used another half for this one. This is 40 count. 40 count linen. I forgot the name. And I do 1/1 for Halloween. And this one is 2/2 because it has some branded color. So I cannot do 1/2. So my plan is finish the border, and then the butterfly. Yeah, this is a blue butterfly. I just start stitching that way. I stitch the first color and just around the squares. But when I was about to finish this round, I realized I miscount. I miscount. So I have to take out almost everything. I took out like from here to here, yeah, that much, and then restitch again. And when I restitch like here, I miscount again, so I do it twice, and then finally get to second color. Next one, Asian Simpler by Kooler Design Studio. Lovely simpler, and I think this is the most difficult design I have stitched so far, because they use the technique I have never seen, including this tussle. And yeah, and there is a specialty stitch here on lower part. So it's a small sample, but it has a lot of specialty stitch. It's a challenge, but I love it. I start this one in 2021 also, and last time you see I was stitching the Chinese characters, and then now I'm filling in the background. I enjoy stitching this part because this is probably the simplest part of this design. And the Chinese characters look so perfect. Yeah, and this one is, this fabric is 28 count cream linen. It's same fabric as the same fabric as this one. So I cut a piece from here and then for this design, and it looks perfect. Speak of this one, this is a Twisted Rainbow sampler. Yeah, Twisted Rainbow sampler by Northern Expression Needlework. I have to think about it because I kind of forget. So since last time I worked on this one, it was like a half year ago. I have worked on this one for so long, and I'm working on 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm working on the 5th color. It's like yellow orange, but so far it looks awesome. And of course I do 2/2, and I use 1 strand for specialty stitches. Gorgeous. I love the color, and I love how the color shows on camera. Just so pretty. So next one is Janlynn's kit. So yeah, it's also designed by Kooler Design Studio. It's 1 inches. And I got this kit like 4 years ago with those with the vacation windows and with the coffee button. So they used a lot of backstitch on this one, and this is 14 counts HAED, but it just looks so detailed. So I remember last year I stitched the one and this gold. This silly gold. Yeah, and so I'm trying to stitch in here so I can go to another half, the lower half. I kind of want to finish this one in 2022, but I don't want to say anything like this. You know, I don't want to say I'm gonna stitch something in this year, this kind of thing, because it's very happen. You know, just like this one. I remember when I did WIP Parade for last year, I have said my plan is finishing this one in 2021. Because I thought I was thinking I have a whole year to work on it, so I didn't pay much attention to this one, and then it's still not finished, but because it almost finished. this is Simple Treasure by Dimension. Also, the designer is Sandy Orton on Kooler Design Studio. So this actually is Kooler Design Studio's design. It just one of my favorite, because every time I stitch this, it also reminds me of my beach vacation, everything. So I stitch this starfish and this photo last year. Usually I don't have a plan to frame any of my stitching piece, because some people ask me if I frame the finished piece, but never have a plan like that. I just want to stitch, and when it finishes. I didn't think of framing or something, but this is something I would like to frame. So next one, for coverage, this is Castle Cardway by Artecy. It's as big as super size. I have no design because it's extra large. This is my second biggest full coverage project. And yeah, it looks so great. So great. Because it looks different than how I see in person and on camera, because this is the first time I see it like this on camera. So great. And this fabric is 40 count mellow linen. I do it 2/2 10 stitch. And if you look at it closely, you can see the fabric shine through the stitch, but it's still, I don't really care about that. It's not a big problem to me because it still looks awesome, like here. And I stitch it with parking method, like 10 square diagonal. So at the first time, at beginning, I stitch it with 1/2 full course, and with cross country. But I very enjoy it with that method, and it was kind of painful to stitch that way. I probably almost get a half page done at that time by Froggle and restitch it again with 2/2 10 stitch. 2/2 10 stitch, and do parking method. The first time I do parking for this pattern, I use parking 10 by 10 square and goes a column. I'm still not sure if that's the best way, and I did enjoy this method more, but I thought maybe I can do it square by square and diagonal, so I change it into the method I'm using now. And I did enjoy this way even more, so I just keep it doing 10 by 10 square diagonal parking. So I stitched like 10 squares and then goes to top, and then 10 squares down and back to top. Oh, maybe no, 9 squares. So 9 squares and back to top, and to here, and because I want to finish the first row, the sky row, as soon as possible, so I change it to just 6 squares and back to top. so that I can feature first or faster. So that's why you see it's narrow than here. I got a little bit tired. Okay, next one is Kitty in Branch by Showcraft. So like I said earlier, most of Showcraft's design is like Chinese painting style. So this, so just like this one, and I just do this one because there's the kitty, cute kitty, and I like those red leaves. And I haven't stitched kitten yet. I'm still stitching the branch. And this fabric, it has a pre-print background. Yeah, so not much can I say about it. It just branch on the pre-print background. But if you are stitching or you want to stitch Showcraft's kit and you got the fabric like this, they'll have a Chinese characters on the fabric. It's not print, it's like let stick something. This stick the characters on the fabric. This part cannot be washed. If you wash this part, these characters will fall. Yeah, it will fall. Yes, so this is something I want to tell you. Okay. Another kit from Janlynn. This is vintage postcard pair. This yeah, I'm doing the second postcard because I finished the first postcard. The first one is Paris. This kit comes with two designs, two postcard pieces. That's why I chose this one. And now I'm stitching another postcard called Beach. Yeah, I have been stitching, but no, I have been talking, so my mouse cannot catch up my brain. My mouse can catch up my brain now. But yeah, I'm stitching this one, and I stitching in hand because this is a small piece. And so far, I'm stitching the picture. This lady and the umbrella. So I'm not really good at stitching in hand. That's why I don't stitch it a lot, and even though it's just a small piece. Yeah, because I don't know how to stitch it with sewing method. No, I know some stitchers very good at stitching in hand with sewing method, like Laura. Yeah, Laura, she's very good at it. And Yanni stitchers, they stitch so fast. Like I gotta say, yeah, with sewing method. Even though I stitch in hand, I still doing up and down. It just no, stitching in hand is not my thing. I don't get too used to it. And this piece also is one of those projects I want to finish as soon as possible because it's small. Okay, and then next, this full coverage is custom design. This is Tomie. If you have read Junji, those horror comic, horror manga, you know her. This is my favorite character of Junjito's horror manga. And because this picture has a big background, big pink orange spur background, so I'm still stitching the background. I thought I can get to stitch her face, but every time, because I probably the background's too big, so every time working on background and then I got tired very fast. So I'm still stitching the background. But when I get to the second page row, I will finally get to stitch her face. So not much done in this piece. And next one is another full coverage by Artecy. This is a View of Santorini. Another one of my favorite. I stitched it on 14 count HAED. So there's this one. 14 count HAED. And I almost finished this page. This is page 4. Yep. Page, no. 1, 2, 3. Page 4. Yes. You know, when I stitched this part, it was going fast because the sky and the ocean is simple, but the city is so complicated because there's a lot of confetti. You know, for me, I really think Artecy's pattern, it has more confetti than Heaven's design. Really, every Artecy piece I have stitching. If you are stitching Artecy, you know what I mean. Or maybe you disagree, but for me, I really think this way. And then what else? Oh, Golden Collection. Dimensions, Golden Collection, and this is a coffee shop. Yeah, Christmas. My Christmas project. I have 2 and I got one done, so this one is my only Christmas project now. And also I didn't stitch it a lot. So this is my progress. I probably only stitched this door last year. And I using 14 count fabric. This is not what it comes with, because the fabric in this kit is 18 count HAED, and it's a small piece, but it was too small, and I don't want to stitch it with that small piece of fabric, so I using my own 14 count HAED to stitch. So yeah, so I use more thread on it. All the half stitch. Oh yeah, I add one more string for all the half stitch. So I kind of worry I will run out of it, but maybe not. Maybe not. We will see. And then I stitch Quaker Japan by Janlynn Profit. Here, so I didn't finish it like what I said, but I love this Quaker. You know, there's so many interesting motifs in this one, and it's not big at all, so I'm like halfway done, so I just take time stitching. What can I say? And Also, this is a 28 count white linen. It's the same fabric of this. And this is my very first paperless design, and I just want to say they were same fabric. I cut this piece for this one. So my first paperless design, this is the Little Cake Shop. The Little Cake Shop mixed color version by Amy Stewart. And I got a 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh yeah. I almost finished page 4. Now I'm stitching page 4. It almost finished here, and yeah, this 28 count I do it 1/1. 10 stitch, 1/1 10 stitch. So when I doing the first 2 pages, I end all the colors when the page is done. But when I work on the 3rd page, I just think maybe just let stitch go until the thread runs out. So you will see I stitch a lot bit more than this page. My second Heaven and Earth design piece, Beach Compass Bounty. Also, the artist is Amy Stewart. And it's a beautiful beach design, and this is still I'm stitching seawater part. I really take time to stitch this one because I love it. I just want to enjoy everything. And then this is 28 count. 28 count Lugana. Do it 1/1 4 stitches. 10 by 10 squares diagonal. So I just got first pages done. Now I'm working across the second page. And so far it's easy to stitch because they don't have many colors in seawater. It's so pretty. I love those vibrant blue. Okay, the last one. I'm getting so tired. Last one. Okay. Next project. 101 alphabets by Russell Manor. And this is a very interesting piece. You will never get bored stitching this one. It's it's also a large piece, simpler, and so many things in this one. It's like this. No, it's a kind of design that when you finish it, you can take a lot of time to watch it and to look at all the details, all the motifs because you will see so many things that doesn't even show well on this picture. And I stitched 38 count ivory even weave. I do it 2/2, and there are a little bit pita stitch is 1/1, and other back stitch and the specialty stitch are 1 string. So this is my progress so far. It looks so pretty already, and just so many different things. cute designs. No love, creative creation. This is so interesting, so fun to stitch. So okay, so those are all my WIPs. All my WIPs. And then one more thing. Because like I say before, I want to do no new start challenge in 2022. I don't know. I already regret the moment I said it. So I probably still allow myself to start few projects in next year. And I already start one like yesterday. No, the other day. It was the last day of 2021, and this is I found this pattern on Etsy. It's a lot of rings, stained glass art. Yeah, I like the picture, but look at this picture. I think it should be The Hobbit, not Lord of Rings. I watched The Hobbit and read so many times, so I know. Yeah, so I started this one. This is 1 so far. I start this corner and the circle with a sword in it. And this is 25 count Lugana. And I do it 2 over 110 stitch. My original idea is 1 over 1/4 stitch, but it has a lot of color blending, two color mixed together thing. So I can only do 2 over 110 stitch, so I can blend the colors. And I do it with cross country. So yeah, so I just start working on it, and I have to start another piece for my friend, as a present. So yeah, those are my new starts. And I'm not sure if I can stop myself to start anything else. So I wonder if I should really do no start challenge. Yeah, so probably I will still start something, but not as many as last year, because I have big plan to do for 2022, and yeah, I still keep it as secret because I'm not sure when I will get them. Actually, I mentioned once in my Stitch with Me and Chat video last time. Yeah, I just mentioned a little bit, but I'm still not sure when I will be ready for them. So okay, this is all. And thank you for watching my WIP Parade. And yeah, so many things. Oh, I probably never speak level in front of camera like this before, but thank you for joining me, and I'm so appreciative of all of your support, and thank you for liking my stitching, and I really thank you a lot. I really thank you so much. Yeah, everyone stitching dreamers. Yeah. I hope in New Year we still stitching together, spend time together and talk about cross stitch. I really love, yeah, I really love this community. And no, cross stitch really brings me a lot of joy, and I just want to say I love you guys. I love you so much, and I love cross stitch. I love Flosstube. So yeah, that's why I want to say I now my brain can make sentence no logically. Yeah, so you know what I want to say, just thank you so much. And if you are new to this channel, if you just found my channel, and thank you for stopping by. Is that how you say it? Thank you for taking your time to watch my video. And welcome to join me and stitching with me anytime. Just thank you so much, and yeah, I'll keep it sharing my stitching and with you everybody. So, thank you so much. I'll see you next time in my next video. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful new year, and yeah, see you next time.